All right, so Casey's back. So we headed up to Cheyenne, Wyoming. Models were correct. There was already some storms popping off, and this is that kind of the front one. It was had a little bit of rotation on it already. It was just looking beautiful. Anyway, the structure was gorgeous. So we just had to get on it. So here we are, taking the service road of Highway 80, trying out the new camera, and let's just get going on this one. So we kind of pulled over here. There's a railroad crossing here. We didn't want to cross. We didn't want to obviously park in it. I think it was actually a private crossing anyway, so we couldn't. But this was a good spot. We could still see the storm from here. I'll note the kind of that structure. The inflow jet was very prominent. The wall cloud. It was constantly trying to recycle this wall cloud. It was just trying. It was lowering, and then it would kind of dissipate, and then lower again. It was really fascinating, and I hope the sped up here does some justice of how pretty it. You can see that movement each time. A lot of scud, right? No, it didn't drop anything, but a lot of scud. It was also very cold. Temperatures here were very cold. It was like mid to low 60s, so not really warm enough to really get anything going yet. But down in Cheyenne, there was a lot more heat because we had just come out from Colorado. It was very hot in Colorado that day. So hopefully, as it kind of moves a little more south, it picks up on some more of that heat energy. Really kind of hopefully gets something going, right? So this just didn't end up being all that great in the sense of we just weren't prepared for the road network here, kind of outside of Cheyenne and just to the south. So we kind of dabbled in some of the wrong detours, and it just was rough. Now, thankfully, the storm didn't do much in that sense, so because we were off it for a while. But here we are. We're kind of reaching the end of this storm's life cycle. It just there was a couple mergers coming from the south from Colorado, as well as just it just kind of lost any and all rotational energy, right? It just kind of fell apart. There's a little bit of wall cloud to end, and then it just went away, and it was over. But it still was a pretty storm for a bit there. Not a whole lot of lightning either. It was here and there, but there wasn't a whole lot. So definitely lessons learned. We need to kind of get ourselves more familiar with other road networks and stuff like that. But it is what it is. So yeah, I to kind of wrap it up, it wasn't the most successful chase for us. We just kind of dabbled as we headed back south home down Highway 85. But I mean, the storm was so pretty. It was still good to get out and practice and chase. You gotta chase, man. And so again, lessons learned on identifying road networks and other options. But overall, I think it was still fun to get out, and hopefully we get some better storms here soon. It's an absolute downpour here in Brighton, Colorado. Just dropped Kasey off, and it's just killing. It is coming down. We did our good deed. Wish you got it on camera, but you probably wouldn't have been able to see anyway with the wind and rain. There was a downed tree as on our way into town, so we grabbed that, pulled it off the road, spun it to keep it away, and some people saw us, so I feel good about that. But man, dude, the camera's seeing through this better than I would. This is like really intense. It's like, and it's just rain. It's just wind and rain. Nothing crazy, but it is intense. I am soaking wet now, so I'm about to head home and dry off. Hopefully, got the heat on in the car at least to kind of. Oh man.